Good evening, one and all. Hope you're all well. It's late here. What is the time here? I don't know. I can't see a clock. That one there, which you can't see, grandfather clock, stopped. What's the time here? Yeah, 20 to 10. 20 to 10. It's late, but I've been filming. And I'm a fussy old devil where that's concerned, filming. So, lots to talk about, so we'll get straight into it. Indian tonic water, because it's got quinine in it, to help stop the cramps. Thank yous. Thank you to Napoleonic War Games, who gave me a shout out this morning in his live broadcast, which was great fun, thoroughly enjoyable. So, thank you to Napoleonic War Games for giving me a shout out. Fantastic. And to the subscribers that jumped on my channel because of his shout out. I can't remember his name now. Can't remember your name, I'm sorry. But for the subscribers that subscribed to my channel because of Napoleonic War Games shout out, thank you very much also. It's greatly appreciated. Grandad's Art Space. Let's have a tissue here a minute. Grandad's Art Space. Terry, thank you very much. Grandad's Art Space sent me a book. The English Civil War. Fantastic, thank you very much. That's a nice book. That'll go on my shelf with all my others. When we get around to doing some pike and shot, as we will do. Fantastic, thank you very much. I've got, excuse me, Indians Revenge. Pardon me. I've got the Battaglia Starter Army here for pike and shot, and also some single boxes of figures for pike and shot. So this will be ideal. Thank you very much. I've got so much to talk about here. I gotta write it all down on I got a list here. What's next? Oh, right. What's next? Because we're almost done with these British Airborne. We'll show you some of them in a minute. All I've got left to do is just the tyres on these bikes and give them a little highlight. Then I can put that base together, 2 bikes, 2 riders. One rider, if you remember back that far, I said I would give removable heads so we could swap the heads round. Probably can't see that very well in this light. One thing I am getting very pleased with is the standard of my heads that I'm painting now. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Got the knack of it now. There's one of our cyclists. And if I can get it, there's the other one. She's got a leg up because she'll be sat on a bike. So that's that. So what's next after that? Somebody suggested a couple of Saturdays ago on one of my live broadcasts. He was in, I forget his name now, I always forget names. He was in Nashville, Tennessee, and he was watching, and he said, why don't you have a figure for your British Airborne that's holding an umbrella, like in A Bridge Too Far, the movie. I thought, what a great idea, what a fantastic idea. So, we've got that figure, a resin figure. I just take out the rifle and put in an umbrella. So that can be our I believe he was called Major Carlisle, wasn't he, in the film? So we'll do that next, get him done. We've also got 2 boxes of civilians we're going to do. Thought that would go quite well with our strong points. Some of these, they could be bombed out of there or burnt out of their farmhouse. This one is French civilians, but they're fine. They're fine. The only one that's sort of not appropriate to market garden and all that is that guy, the gendarme. But as he's in the box, we'll do him. We'll do him. Can always use him at a later date for something else. So that's next. 2 boxes of civilians. Mini art, I have to say, makes some very nice figures, some very nice stuff. But I found something from mini art I didn't like, which was a surprise. I'll tell you what it is. I've been doing these tank traps, so I'm going to get these based up next, and I'll put some rust on them and stuff like that. But these are Tamiya tank traps. But mini art make tank traps. And I went into the stash pile and I found a box of mini art tank traps. A bit smaller than the Tamiya ones, as you can see. Bloody awful things to put together. They didn't fit very well at all. Not good. I had to do cutting and with the craft knife, cutting bits out to get them to fit at all. I mean, they don't look too bad now they're actually together. They don't look too bad. But I had to put the bits of filler in them and all sorts of things I had to do to them. So I don't recommend, in 1/35 scale, I don't recommend mini art tank traps. Get the Tamiya ones, they're better. But anyway, they're done now. So that's a heck of a lot of tank traps I got here. I've also done these barricades. Just got to put some barbed wire around them. So they're all done. But I did come to the conclusion with them. It'd be just as easy to go out and cut some twigs of the right diameter, cut them to length, and just make your own. You wouldn't have to paint them or do anything. Just cut some dry twigs and put them together. But anyway, they're done. Just got to get some barbed wire around them. I think it was Ralph Astley, I'm sure it was Ralph, who was watching on Saturday, and he said, why don't you put a stash of sort of captured weapons in your strong point? Again, like Major Carlisle, I thought, what a good idea. I didn't think of it. What a good idea. So went into the stash pile, and there it is. There it is, excuse me. So knock up some of them. Might put them on a poker chip, pile of them on a poker chip or something, or whatever, or on maybe on a square base. We'll see. And we can have them as captured munitions. Yeah, that's the great thing about this channel. People give you ideas and swapping ideas and stuff, which is great. Well, think I'm going to finish that as well. Probably finish those oil drums, do something with them. This box was under my desk here, under my workbench here, so do something with them. I think what it was, I used one or two of them for the strong point, so you might as well finish that off. Yeah, we worked well today. The mojo's very high at the moment, which is good. I'll tell you something else I'm going to start. Because quite a few of you seem to be doing Highlanders. Seems to be the in thing at the moment, people doing Highlanders. So I got this FX figure. So I thought I'd put that together and make a little video how I paint tartan. So we'll do that. Got quite a lot of these figures here, these old Airfix figures. They're nice figures actually. So we'll do him and we'll get the tartan done on him. Show you how we do tartan. It's not difficult, it's not really that difficult. Well, it depends which tartan you're doing actually. Some of them a bit more involved than others, but yeah, we'll do him. That reminds me, Alex Price was painting 95th Rifles, which look absolutely beautiful, I have to say. In a comment I said that he was wondering how he was going to base them. And he was saying I normally put sort of like 4 figures to a base, which is what I do, and which is what I've done in my first 2 units of 95th Rifles. Or I said the 3rd unit, I'm going to do them all individually based for skirmishing, which is what they're used for. And a couple of days ago, what came through the post? A brand new box of Revell 95th Rifles. So that's nice. Do them at some point, don't know when. God, we're getting through it tonight, aren't we? Excuse me a minute. Looking at my list. Black powder, British Starter Army, 1879, Zulu campaign, South Africa. What's in the box? Now I assume by looking at that picture on the front, it's supposed to be Rorke's Drift, I would assume. Helmets shouldn't be white, should be brown, because I stained them brown. But we'll overlook that, it doesn't matter anyway really. Contains plastic miniatures in uniforms for the Anglo-Zulu War of 1879. You will get 60 British Line Infantry, 20 Natal Native Contingent. Now this has still got the cellophane on it, so they got them there in 3 batches of 20. If you're like me and you put 24 to a unit, you only going to get 2.5 units. But I got others here, so it doesn't really matter. Let's have a look in the box. Let's open it up and see what's inside. I've actually come to the conclusion with these figures for campaign in South Africa, you want a mix of, in my opinion, you want a mix of, if you're using plastic figures that is, you want a mix of Warlord figures and Perry figures. Because Warlord figures, they have kneeling figures, but they have no command figures in the boxes. Whereas Perez, they're all standing figures, but they have some nice command figures. And if I remember right, they have a heliograph as well in the box. So, to my way of thinking, you want to mix them all around. But anyway, let's have a look. Full page background and rules guide. Right, okay. Have we? Well, here we are. Do we have a booklet of some kind? Are all these sprues the same? Are all these sprues the same? Yeah, I think every sprue's the same, isn't it? Yeah, there is your sprue. With your figures on it. It looks like every sprue is the same. But it can't be, can it? Because you've got Natal native contingent somewhere. Yeah, there we are. There's your... as Corporal Jones would say, there's your fuzzy wuzzies. Well, they look nicely detailed, I have to say. Yeah. I'd be quite happy to paint them. Nice detailing on the shields. Yeah, so how many sprues of natives do you get? You get 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 sprues of native contingent. The rest. We're going. Yeah, sorry, my camera decided to cut out. I don't know why. Just mad 5 minutes. So he's talking about the starter army for the 1879 campaign for South Africa, the Zulus. Yeah, I was about to say, before I was rudely excommunicated, you get 5 sprues of your Natal native contingent, and you get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 sprues of British. All, gotta say, all very nicely detailed indeed. From what I see here, I would be well happy to paint these. And here is your booklet, British Line Infantry, Natal Native Contingent. And as I always say about these things, if you can run to the initial expense, it is a good way of getting figures and building up an army. It is a cheaper way of buying figures. Any flies in here? Go away, nasty little fly. Oh, I hate flies. It is a cheaper way of getting figures. So that's the British Line Infantry and the Natal Native Contingent for 1879 campaign in South Africa. A nice box. 60 British Infantry, 20 Natal Native Contingent, and 4-page background and rules guide. Yeah, very nice, very nice. No idea when I get round to having a crack at that, but I'm like, I don't know whether it'll come out in the first bit of the video, because I can't remember where I got up to at the end when I was cut out. But I always say about these British figures for South Africa, if you're using plastic figures, you want a mix of Perez and Warlord Games, because both sorts have pluses and minuses. Warlord Games have kneeling figures, but they don't really have any command figures, whereas Perez are all standing, but they have some nice command figures and a heliograph. So you mix the two, the best of both worlds. So nice. Right, get on to the giveaway before I go and do whatever I'm going to do. Have another drink, I know that. Pure nostalgia. Pure nostalgia. Look at this. I was looking online. Look at this. It's a fridge magnet, but it's done from the old Airfix boxes. Marvellous. Look, I bought a whole load of them. Isn't that wonderful? Takes me back to when I was a little kid. Some of them you could get as key rings, so I bought myself a new key ring for my door keys. I particularly like that box. I got that box here actually. This is the only one, all the fridge magnets that I bought, this is the only one that I didn't actually have in reality. Ford Capri. And I couldn't even find that kit online anywhere, so it's probably a rare kit. Look. How many of these do you remember? Is that the right way up? Yeah, that's the right way up. Yeah. Marvellous. Fort Sahara, which I've got coming now. Yay. Look, look. Cowboy. I'm going to plaster these on my fridge in a bit. Here's another one I had hours of fun with. Robin Hood, Sherwood Castle. Sea King. Oh yeah, wonderful. Cavalry, look. It's wonderful. Marvellous. Marvellous. Roman forts. Great fun. Great fun. So, I have, for the giveaway, I have, move my finger. And 2 key rings. Which we'll do a bingo machine draw for them. Ouch. But for first prize, you're going to have to answer a question. First prize is Aoshima Super Hawk 3 motorcycle, a lovely kit. I tell you, I fancy one of these for myself actually. Rubber tires and all the business. So you're going to have to answer a question for that, and once somebody's won that, as I hope they do, we'll then do the bingo wheel draw for the fridge magnets and key rings. I've told you this before. Get in this box again. When I was a kid, my mother and I would go to town once a week, and we'd get groceries and go in the Home and Colonial store, if you remember what one of them is. I'm showing my age now. And we'd invariably end up in a department store that had a model section. It's funny about these types of places, model departments and stuff. I don't know what it is. I always get sucked in through the door. I don't know what it is. There must be some kind of draft or something. I can't get by the door without getting sucked in. And invariably, I would end up with a box of them, 1/72 scale figures. I don't think there was anything in that scale I didn't have. I went through the whole lot. Each week I'd get something different. I had the whole lot. Marvellous. So you're going to have to work for the Airshima bike. I'm spoiling you this month. Question is, what was the name of the department store in which I used to go get these figures? You're going to have to look at my back catalogue of videos. It's not hard to find. It's not hard to find. In one of my videos, you'll hear me talking about this. A couple of times you'll hear me mention the name of the department store where I used to go get these figures. First person to leave a comment with the correct name of the department store where I used to get these figures, all this type of stuff, gets the Airshima motorcycle. Once somebody's won the Airshima motorcycle, then I'll get the bingo machine out, and 4 of you will get either a fridge magnet or a key ring. We'll sort it out when we sort it out. But let's get somebody the Airshima motorcycle. Let's get that sorted out. So that's the giveaway for May. Happy May Day, everybody. 3D printed figures. I was going to do something tonight. It's late now, and I've been filming the British Airborne on the turntable. Hope you like what you see. I'm very pleased with them. I've taken 1 or 2 liberties with the names. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, we'll do a separate video on the 3D printed figures, and I get my proper camera out and do them properly. I need to do them justice because they are such lovely figures. I mean, got a whole mountain of these figures here, and they are absolutely superb. So we'll get some on the turntable and you can have a look at them. They are well worth seeing. They're lovely. So we'll do a separate video for that. So that's me done. I'm going to patch these 2 pieces of video together and then tack on the British Airborne at the end. And thanks to everybody for subscribing. Thanks to the new subscribers. I'll leave a link down below to Alex Price and the Tassie Wargamer. Fingers crossed, God willing. See you Saturday.